Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on XRP. That good morning was a little bit as if I was talking in slow motion, but trust me, I'm not. We're going to quickly go through XRP right now, what's been going on and what to expect. I mean, yesterday evening, we got some beautiful momentum. Earlier this morning, we're actually seeing quite a lot of momentum coming in as well. Which is relatively strange, of course, because it's a Saturday morning. It's kind of the European session on a Saturday, which normally nothing happens, but now we're getting quite a lot of momentum. I mean, you can see we got a lot of leverage coming into XRP USDC, which is usually a sign of strength, and that's also it's to be expected that that's happening during the European session, because I think USDT is being scaled out a lot in Europe, but we're getting a lot of momentum, and that's something we already saw over the course of yesterday evening. That was also something we expected, right? I mean, yesterday in my XRP video and in the middle of the day market update, I warned you for a potential, de-risking on Friday. But I also told you that we managed to break above the point of control, right? So that's the most liquid area within the range. I've spoken about that too often already, so I don't think we need to go in depth too much on that. But we broke above that with a significant margin, a good enough margin. And outside of that, what we have already seen over the last couple of days with the very shallow pullbacks with XRP and the aggressive buybacks, which is all technically great. We already knew that XRP was relatively strong. So then yesterday, the momentum came back into the markets. At this point of time, honestly, that is still going on. I mean, you can see especially meme coins are extremely strong. But XRP is up there, XRP and XLM. So there is a lot of strength. And initially, we found some resistance at our main price target at 3.12. As you can see, we hit that. We found some resistance there. But now we're breaking out above that. And even though, look, I think you always have to be slightly cautious with relatively low volume breakouts in the weekend, heading into FOMC week. Next week we have the Federal Reserve interest rate decision, and I think it's good to be cautious for that. But I think it's a little bit early to be cautious. At this point of time, even though the volume relative to the normal week is low, we have a lot of momentum coming in. We have a lot of leverage coming in. We have relatively a lot of volume coming in for the weekend. We got a very mild resistance reaction at 3.12 and 3.1, which, that has been different before. So I have to be optimistic and I have to be bullish on XRP here. We have a fair value gap right here at 3.08, 3.07. Maybe with some volatility today we can take that out. But again, I would say that's unlikely if you look at the price action that we've seen from XRP in the recent history. The pullbacks have been very shallow, especially when there is momentum. And at this point of time, there is momentum. So I still think this is most likely. And our main new price target is at 3.25. 3.25 is very close to the value area high that we have at 3.3. That's a very strong resistance level. That's not going to be as easy as 3.12 to break above. But just below there, we still have a fair value gap we left. So we're just taking that as the main price target. And then we'll see from there. But I do think this is most likely over the course of the next 2-3 days. And then, going into Monday, going into Tuesday, I think, but I'll still keep you updated on that. But I think it's a little bit wiser to become a bit cautious. Right, if you go back in time and you look at every time that the market has pumped and the market was very bullish going into a Federal Reserve interest rate decision, the market very often got burned. All right, so be aware of that, be prepared for that. I will do my best to prepare you for that as well, so keep an eye on the channel for that. But for now, I'd say it's most likely that we will still short-term see a continuation of this momentum. Those are my thoughts. That's what I think you have to know for now. So have a great weekend, everybody. Take care and bye.